It's your girl, VK Johannem, and I believe in reincarnation, even though I'm a necromancer. Now, to some people, necromancy and reincarnation seem like contradictions. In the minds of some necromancers, their necromantic operations should occasionally fail, because the ghost they are attempting to conjure should have reincarnated, if reincarnation was real. But these people are misinformed. You see, the spiritual planes are not so much bound by linear time. It is, in fact, possible to summon the ghost of a person who has yet to die. So your friend, your non-practicing friend, you can summon his ghost even though he's alive. Now, if you do this wrong, that's not so good. You might kill the guy. You might make him die quicker. You must consult your spirit guides before you attempt this type of time travel necromancy stuff. The point is, you can summon the ghost of a person who hasn't died. So you can absolutely summon the ghost of a person who has reincarnated. Many of my ancestral spirits have reincarnated. I recently started working with them. They've wanted me to work with them for a while now. I'm finally giving them some attention. It was my grandfather who approached me wanting to be in my life years ago, and I said, fuck off. You're the ghost of a non-practitioner. I could summon Satan if I wanted something done. What could I possibly have to gain from you? When I have Satan, and you're the ghost of a non-practitioner. Years later, someone decides they want to do a psychic scan on me. They say, VK, pour some water on the floor. Then I'll be able to see you. And I'll be able to do a reading. And I'm like, okay. I decided, I don't really want to fill a cup and pour it on my hardwood floor. I'll just run the faucet on my hand for a second and sprinkle a few drops on the floor. So I did that and said, okay, I did it. Do your reading. And he does his reading on me. He says, hey man, your ancestral spirits want your attention. Particularly a motherfucker named blank. And he named my grandfather, who, was the ghost who came to me so many years ago. The thing is, I also met practitioners who work with their ancestors pretty heavily. Namely, I met Imperator Razarith and Elisetu Aramerte. Two very different, unconnected people who walk two very different paths. People who work with very powerful gods, but also still work with their ancestors. This gave me a clue. These are two very, very competent practitioners who work closely with very, very powerful deities who still see value in their ancestral spirits. Shit! People who practice ancestral magic, they know something I don't. So I started honoring my ancestral spirits. I I started, petitioning them to add their power to certain things. I talked about talk with them about what type of offerings they want. So basically, right now, my approach to my ancestors is very basic. Occasional offerings, and their presence will be felt when I access the death current. Their power will aid in my necrosophic operations. Very basic shit so far. I have undertaken ancestral veneration as part of my necromantic path. But, neither of the occultists who I mentioned have ever tried to teach me ancestral magic, nor have I asked them to. My goal is to create my own channeled approach to and understanding of these entities rather than trying to, rip off Shinto or rip off voodoo or some shit like that. I'm gonna find my own modern American necromancer practice. But the reason I brought these people up in the first place, I got in a whole tangent. Reason I brought them up is because lots of my ancestral spirits have reincarnated. Right? Lots of them have reincarnated, and I can still work with them. Because the spirit planes are not bound by linear time. Anyways, that's all for now. Have a great night and enjoy your immortality. Check out the links in the description below if you want a little more VK in your life.